Hello everybody, welcome to day 20. There is a helicopter behind me, so it's really loud. The reason why it might sound windy to you guys is because we're at the beach. Yeah, we're at the beach. Now I'm gonna put you guys down because I learned from my mistake yesterday. My arms got really sore. Alright, so for strength today, I walked around a bunch. Okay, I'm just gonna combine strength and intelligence because it's easier to talk about the locations as we... What is that? Ooh. Okay, I'll clean that off later. Okay, it's easier to talk about the locations as I go through chronological order. Okay, let's begin. Start of the morning, I ate the Okinawan rice bowl. Not really rice bowl, it's just egg, spam, and seaweed rice. It was pretty good, nothing compared to the plum onigiri, but whatever, it was pretty good. I also had a natto roll, and then that was also pretty good. It's like fermented beans, so a lot of people don't like it, but my mom seems to really like it, so I kind of got used to eating it. So yeah. So the first place we went to was the Japanese Navy base. During World War II, when America was attacking, they dug tunnels around this one mountain, and that was their Navy base. Now, it was a bit of a history lessons for you guys. You can actually go down into the tunnel, to the Navy base, and you can see a bunch of the their living quarters, or where the generals had discussed their commands and stuff. However, one interesting thing is when at a certain point the generals realized, wait, America just has way too many guns. They have too many people, too many guns. We cannot win, right? So sadly, they decided to suicide. And what's really interesting is if you go into one of the rooms, I think it's the commander room or whatever, you can actually see shrapnel not embedded. You can see the damage of the shrapnel hitting the wall. And that is the grenade they threw to kill themselves. It's pretty dark, but I think it's amazing how it's still there. After that, I now need to introduce our little guest. I call him Gooby the Dragon, and he is from the Shurijo Castle Park. We almost had a oopsies there because my parents decided, let's go to Japan without transferring any physical yen, because we have credit cards, so we don't actually need the physical yen for most restaurants. The hotel we already paid for, and all the other stuff, right? But the thing is parking. That's what matters. So it ended up we parked there. It cost I think every 40 minutes you have to pay 500 yen. And then what happened was we were like, oh crap, how do we pay for this? They don't accept the Suica, they don't accept the credit card, so what do we do? So we ended up going up to the park. My dad found a Taiwanese person and was like, are you Taiwanese? And then they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I can give you 500, you give me 200 yen, because I think a thousand NT is worth around 4,300 yen, so 500 is worth 2,150. But we were just just give us, we'll give you 500, can you guys give us 2,000 back? And they were like, sure. So we solved the parking situation, luckily enough. Then we went inside the castle. Now, the castle was actually burnt down. I'm not sure when it was burnt down. It was made in the 18th century. The 18th century, yeah, 18th century. It was actually burnt down, and a company is actually reconstructing it, which is really interesting. Sadly, it's still under reconstruction. I think they'll be finished next year. I'm not 100% sure though. So that's a thing, I guess. So we walked around the castle. It was really awesome. There was like this well, and then there was wells, there was walls. You can see like the whole city because it's built on top of a mountain. Most castles are built on top of mountains. So you can see the whole city from there, and it was really cool. And that's why I found him, my new best friend. Actually, just kidding. He's not. He's my. How do you even call you? You're my pet dragon now, and his name is Gooberts or Gooby. His official name is Gooby, but you can call him Gooberts or Goob. Yeah. All right. Now, the last thing we did was look at the sea. Is this like not beautiful? Amazing. Yeah. So that's the last thing we did. Look at the ocean. We went and played around in the ocean. Yeah, not in the ocean, around the ocean. There's some like cool rock formations to the right of me, but I guess to the left of you, or maybe YouTube flips it. I do not know. But yeah. I basically talked you guys through my day. Discipline. I had pretty good sleep. I woke up at a pretty early time. Today is the last day you'll see me in Okinawa recording. Say bye to Gooby. Bye bye.